Meteorologist Bob Acanfrio with today's tropical update, Monday, July 8, 2013. Well, we're back. Finally doing some video. We have a tropical storm Chantal out there. 5 p.m. advisory had at 11.8 north, 53.9 west. Maximum sustained winds 45, moving quickly to the west-northwest at 26 miles an hour. Hurricane hunters are in there now, so we should get a good idea of the exact strength of Chantal later this evening, and we'll get a good idea of what we have there. This is the official forecast tracked by the National Hurricane Center. So there's a few things we have to watch here. First, this is going to move through the islands later tomorrow night, Tuesday morning. Probably going to pass pretty close to Barbados and then move through St. Lucia and Martinique right through here. Going to be tropical storm. It should continue to slowly increase as it moves through the island, so it'll be a pretty formidable tropical storm. They need the rain in this area, so they're not going to complain. This isn't going to be a devastating system and nothing they can't handle. We do have tropical storm warnings up. I'll show you those in a minute. Then once it gets into the eastern Caribbean here, conditions are still going to be pretty favorable for continued strengthening. And as it moves south of Puerto Rico, it could get close to hurricane strength in here. Still moving a little quickly for really strong strengthening, quick strengthening to occur. But I wouldn't be surprised to see, a high-end tropical storm or even close to a Category 1 hurricane here. Again, it's going to probably move far enough south to Puerto Rico to really spare them the brunt of this system. So they are under a tropical storm warning now. You may see, depending on how far north this goes, especially on the south and western end of the island, you might see some hurricane watches go up in here, depending on how strong this gets once it comes through the into the eastern Caribbean. And then this storm has a lot of obstacles down the road. So everybody, in Florida, let's not get all excited now. No doom, no anything with this system, because it's going to have to traverse a lot of land areas here. We still have Hispaniola, which will kill systems. A lot of land to go through on the trajectory it's going to come in, as this isn't going to move south of the islands. It's going to probably move right through them. And then once we get up in this area, it's going to start hitting that weakness, that trough that's been hanging around anywhere positioned between the eastern U.S., through the central U.S. It's kind of been meandering back and forth all season, all summer, all spring, and now into early summer. Well, this weakness, it's going to find this weakness, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to show you the upper level low here that's near the Bahamas today. We're going to see a lot of westerly shear in here, because this is moving quickly into here. This upper low isn't moving quickly west out of the way. So a lot of obstacles down the road, a lot of uncertainty in the intensity forecasting in here. But right now, I wouldn't be so overly concerned that this is going to explode. Now, after that, we're going down 6-7 days. Will this then move into Florida and then maybe, strengthen more in the Gulf or hang out here, and that upper level low moves away, and, stuff like that could still happen down the road. But right now, it's going to have a lot to contend with in this area to get strong. And it might dissipate altogether through here. Once it goes through the islands, shear hits it, we might not have anything out here. So there's more negatives than positives if you don't want a system. I know a lot of people love these things, especially us meteorological enthusiasts here, especially that live along Florida here. And as crazy as it may sound, some people actually want a storm, but most of us do not, because we don't want to contend with this. So not to worry, because again, there's a lot more negatives ahead of this system than positives. Okay, so that's where we're at with that. Again, just to read these off: tropical storm warnings: Barbados, Dominica, St. Lucia, Martinique, Guadalupe, and Puerto Rico. And then we have our tropical storm watches now for St. Vincent, U.S. Virgin Islands, and again, they're the southern coast of the Dominican Republic. Okay, again, if you're living in Puerto Rico, definitely want to watch this. Again, it could strengthen just south of you, but it looks like it's going to move far enough south where it's not going to give you a direct impact on your island there right now. Looking at the visible satellite, nice banding going on today. It's settled right in this little spot. It kind of cleared out the Sal, the Saharan, the dust of the Saharan air layer. I'll show you that in a minute. Nice upper level, just been in this pocket of nice upper level high pressure here over it. You know, the only negative thing with this is that it's moving so fast. I mean, if it was to slow down, the islands might be contending with a, close to a hurricane strength here coming through here. But it's moving so fast, it doesn't have time to really get itself totally together. But nice banding, some convection blowing up around the center here. So it's going to be a steady state through the islands with slow strengthening for the next couple days. And you can see the official forecast points again looks like it's going to pass pretty close to Barbados, probably just to the north, and then it might even move either right over St. Lucia or probably just to the north, probably in between St. Lucia and Martinique, right in through here, and then into the eastern Caribbean it goes. Now this is interesting. This is going to show you the bigger picture. Okay, so what do we have? Big high pressure here. This is what's been really trucking this thing along to the west here. Here's our big upper level low. Look at this thing. Actually, the National Hurricane Center actually put a yellow square around this today. I mean, 0% chance, but probably had to put something just to alert people to say, hey, listen, this isn't going to develop tropically, but here it is. But these are all the players now in the forecast for Chantal, because we're going to have upper trough here carving itself out. This upper level low is going to move across the state of Florida slowly as Chantal's moving fast. You could already see the westerly shear here already, right in this area. Well, Chantal's eventually going to move, near this. This is going to move slowly to the west. Now, if this was to move fast to the west, if it was going to move fast, which it's not gonna, it would be actually conducive for Chantal on the eastern side of this thing. But it's going to be close enough where that shear is definitely going to affect it eventually, and that's why forecast does not look too good for Chantal right up in this area. Okay, so that's what we have going on here. Again, just looking at the Saharan air layer, it was very interesting how this came across here and really just parted the ways for the Saharan air layer to just really creating its own little environment right around it, and kind of got that drier air out of it. And you can see all the little waves lining up here. I mean, this is any idea of what the season's going to be like. Like I said, the only negative factor right now, and it's early, is this big sprawling high here that's really moving these things way too fast. It brought in a lot of drier air, so that's really what's holding this stuff down a little bit. But wow, really. I mean, I told you maybe, it's probably almost a month ago now, that after July 4th we'd really start cranking up, and boy, right on schedule we are with the MJO. This one right here, this is the next wave we're going to watch coming off Africa. The GFS has this Dorian by next week out in the same area as Chantal. So we'll be watching that wave move across. And again, just showing you the shear. Lighter shear right around Chantal now. Here's that upper level low right here across Bermuda. I mean, the Bahamas. Bermuda's out here. And here's that westerly shear right here. And again, this is where, between land and shear, down the road in the 4 or 5 day forecast, is where Chantal might meet its demise. And again, looking at the ensemble mean, 500 millibar, this is the euro. Comparing it to the GFS, they're pretty similar. This is Saturday, so you can see this trough carving out in here. And then again, that upper level system in that trough, which will swing this system. And I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Again, this isn't going to be one that's going to ride up the East Coast, because there's going to be a blocking area of high pressure up in here. So eventually it's going to have to swing back to the west. And it's probably going to get entangled into this upper level low, where it might do one of these little swings like this. And a lot of the models are showing that. Right. It can't come up the East Coast. So any of you across the up the Mid-Atlantic East Coast here, it's not going to come that far because it can't. It's going to be blocking high pressure up in here. And again, if you see the GFS the same way. Here's our upper level system, blocking high pressure here. And again, Sunday, same thing. High pressure, upper level low, bam. It's going to come something like this eventually, swinging on in. Okay? If you look at the models, these are 18Zs. Again, you can see kind of the bending at the end here. Now, will it come up and bend here, 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 South Florida? Where's that going to happen? It's going to happen. It's not going to ride up like this. It's It's going to come in somewhere in here. Uncertainty is how far north it goes, how far south it goes, or if we have anything left of Chantal at that point. Again, and these are the ensemble models. And again, everybody, you know, kind of, we have this kind of path and then the bend. So that's where we're going with this thing. And then just to show you, this is a Dorian, possibly. And this is going to be for, let's see here, this is Monday morning next week. So there's Dorian here, possibly GFS showing that. So we might be doing this all over again next week. And again, Mr. High Pressure, just going to keep steering these things this way. This is where we're going this season so far. So this might be only the beginning of what's ahead for us here across the southeast and eastern United States. But again, as far as the track goes, you know, I'm pretty good with the National Hurricane Center track right now. You know, the iffiness comes back in, you know, the day 5 up in here. Will we have anything left of Chantal? And eventually there's going to be a bend in this track. You know, and if this upper level low, the real key to this is where, you know, is this going to be land and shear. And the key is if this upper level low can move far enough west out of the way, conditions might be a little more conducive in here. And this is where the real uncertainty of the intensity forecast comes in the day 4 and 5 period. Because this upper level low, right now it's looking like it's going to be too close and it's going to create a lot of shear. But any little movement away west, if it moves far enough away, conditions actually could become better. So there's the uncertainty. Just keep that in mind. No need to worry. No need to get alarmed if you live across Florida or the southeast right now. Just watch it and be prepared. Okay? And we'll see what happens. That's it for today. Sorry this went forever and a day. But hey, haven't had a video in so long. I had to talk a lot. So hopefully I'll be putting out these videos daily now if I have some time. So, and again, you can follow me on Facebook. It's Robert Acanfrio, Acanfrio. Just find me. I mean, I put stuff on Facebook all the time, kind of throw stuff out there during the day. So, you know, if you want to friend me on Facebook, you're welcome to, and you can follow my forecast there. Have a good day.